From the latest cruise news and luxury resort openings to Disney updates, travel trends, and destinations around the world, this is the Elevated Escapes Report. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen. Each week, we'll bring you the stories, trends, and travel headlines that matter most to travelers looking for their next elevated escape. Let's get started.
Let's get started, Susie.
Okay.
How is my news reading? Was it getting better now each week?
You're adding a little more.
This
oomph
is the
to it,
Elevated
yes.
Escapes Report.
Wow. Walter Cronkite over here.
Well, not quite. Walter Cronkite Jr. I don't want to take anything away from
That's kind
the
of
legend. So we've got a little bit of news,
Okay.
mainly in the cruising industry.
Okay.
Do you want to start with Disney, seeing that we
Sure.
were just on Disney Cruise Line?
We can do that.
So the Disney Adventure,
Yes.
which is headquartered in Singapore,
Mm-hmm.
they are now charging, listen to this, a $5 delivery fee for room service, plus an 18% gratuity.
Really?
Yes.
What didn't they tout that room service is included on
Room
Disney
service
cruises?
is included. They're charging a $5 service fee. And from my understanding, it's because they are a little bit understaffed.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the $5 service fee is going to be cost prohibitive to have people not order room service. Because for $5, I'm still
Right.
getting an order of chicken wings.
Right. You still don't want to go
and
to
a
the
burger.
dining room or
Right.
up to the pool deck to the quick service or whatever. What's the rationale? It's a staffing issue, or is
That's
it
what I
the
heard.
ship's bigger than the other ships too, right?
Ship's a lot bigger, so
Okay.
maybe there's more demand. But that was one of the nice things. Disney's expensive, but what do you get when you cruise
Right.
on Disney? You have quote unquote free room service. And I think that is personally I find that to be a little nickel and diming, if you
Right.
will. I think
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. I think it's cheap.
I agree.
So I'm not very thrilled about that.
Well, given the other issues they've had, that's not at the top of our list anyway. So
That's true. That's true. They have difficulties getting off to sea. So delivery of room service items shouldn't be.
it's kind of low on the priority list right now. Anything else with Disney?
In other Disney news, Susie,
Yes.
they are changing their alcohol policy.
Really?
They are changing it from 2 bottles of wine down to 1 bottle of wine.
Per port?
I don't know if it's per port. It used to be per port.
Right.
Now they said that if you bring wine into port, they are going to take it from you, and then you can get it when you get off the cruise ship.
Oh.
So this is 1 bottle
Okay.
per cruise. They're lowering the corking fee from 28 down to 20.
Okay.
So that's a benefit. But they are no longer, because it used to be in a 6-pack of beer, but it used to be every port.
But you could bring 2 bottles on when you
got on.
embarked.
Right.
Right. And now it's just 1.
Now it's just 1.
Okay. And we think maybe just 1 in each port as well. But you can't bring that to
But
your
you
room.
can't bring it to your room.
Wow.
They're going to store it for you, and then you have to claim it when you get off the ship. So why are they doing this?
Maybe to drive more alcohol sales on their ships.
Another money grab, like our
Could
first
be.
story.
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, some ships I don't even think let you bring alcohol on. So
Right. I think it depends on the cruise line.
right. So I think it's still a positive that you're allowed to bring. You know, and they try to police. They say that you're not supposed to drink in common areas. Well, if I bring a 6-pack, if I bring Bud Light and I put it in one of my tumblers, I don't think they're going to be policing.
They're not going to come and sniff
what
what's
are you
in
drinking?
here.
Where
Right.
did you get that? Do you have your receipt? Let me
Right.
look at your folio.
Right.
I just don't think they want you carrying around a bottle of wine and sitting
Right.
in different bars and
Right.
and clubs. So I understand that. That's understandable. But I think if you like wine, if the two of us like wine, why can't we bring a bottle with dinner to dinner every night? And
Right.
then
If we're
pay the
in
28
France and we're buying wine in France that we're not going to get here in the States, or that
Right.
it's harder to find here in the States, I think that's a lot of people go on those cruises for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you could always just have the wine shipped to your home, but if you're not a huge wine drinker and you just want a special bottle while you're in that country.
Because you wouldn't be able to do a bottle a night, would you?
No.
Half a bottle a night?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But not every night. Not if you want me to be functional. Now, did I hear something about they're changing their magnet policy as well?
Not really. I don't know if it's necessarily that they're changing their magnet policy or that they're just going to enforce their magnet policy.
Okay. So they've never been a fan of the door magnets to begin
No,
with.
they're fine with the door magnets.
Oh.
I think we're running into problems, and we'll talk Royal Caribbean
Okay.
because they're the ones who are a little bit more outspoken.
Okay.
But it says a long-standing cruise ship tradition has become the center of intense debate following stricter enforcement issued to passengers. For years, vacationers have used personalized signs, festive banners, and colorful magnets to distinguish their rooms and celebrate milestones.
Okay. Which I noticed on Disney.
Yep, Disney does that. Recent safety guidelines and stricter rules, however, are dividing the cruise goer community. The latest debate started after passengers sailing on Royal Caribbean International's Symphony of the Seas received an official notice from the cruise line outlining specific guidelines for stateroom door decorations, according to a letter obtained by Cruise Hive. The official policy explicitly prohibits placing materials anywhere on the interior of the ship, including stateroom doors, along corridors, etc. Fox News Digital reached out to Royal Caribbean for comment. The news highlights a larger debate among frequent cruisers who view door decorating as an integral part of the cruise experience. One Reddit post on the subject, entitled Door Decorations, Yay or Nay, delved into the topic. All the pictures I've seen look fun, but I'm worried about being the only one doing it. Our decorations disappearing off the trip, one user wrote. So it looks like Royal Caribbean's really cracking down on door decorations.
So I'd be curious because the way that reads, they don't want you putting anything up anywhere. Which means that the magnet hooks that I use in our cabins for additional hanging would also be prohibited.
Now, what Disney was saying is that they only want magnets. They don't want you using adhesives. They don't want you using tape. They
fair.
don't want you using. Remember, we saw the hanging lights.
Yes.
Because that could potentially be a fire hazard.
Okay.
I understand 100%.
Sure.
And you know what? It's easy to take the magnets down.
Right.
But I'm sure people are leaving stuff behind.
That
like
could
if
be.
they're using adhesives
Right.
or some type of stickies. And now that the people
it's
clean the
additional
cabins,
work for the stewards. Right.
100%. I understand that it has to be magnets only, and they should start enforcing that because they don't want string. They don't want this. And there were a few rooms. It was a little busy. The magnets are cute. Even the custom ones that they get done on Etsy, those are fine. But I mean, there were strings, there were banners, there were
and you
lights.
have a lot of the rooms on Disney anyway, where they have the little hanging bags where you can leave like stickers or pencils or little treats or whatever.
I like that. Even though you're not supposed to.
But I can see how that it gets to be a little much.
And you and I we got the what did we get? The DVC magnet. Our first day it said DVC member, and we just ended up throwing that
on the door.
On the door. I think we got that when we went on the DVC. That was the only bling that we had on our door. And then what else did we put something else on our door?
Not this trip.
Not this trip. It was just that one.
No, I think our first trip somebody gave us the member cruise magnet.
Okay.
So we had that on our door. But that's it.
That's it. I'm that really doesn't affect me because I could care one way or another if they banned it outright.
But I mean, I noticed like there were a lot of people on our last cruise who it looks like they do a magnet for every cruise they do. And it looks like the Disney cast member name tag, but it has the family name and it has the name of the ship and the dates of the cruise. So I think for a lot of people that's a tradition and it's how they commemorate them. Now, you get the magnet, you put it up somewhere at home. You don't necessarily have to have it on your ship door, but for some people that's a big deal. And it's not, I don't think it's hurting anything, as long as it's a magnet. I wouldn't think it would be problematic.
I agree with you.
Rhodes, do you have an opinion? Would you like to weigh in on this?
I think our last piece of news Out of USA Today, Mexico blocks Royal Caribbean's massive cruise destination. I'll just read a little bit of this. Mexico's environmental authorities said they won't approve Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day Mexico destination. Alicia Barcena, Secretary of Environment and Natural Resources, announced a decision on May 19th after the project faced pushback from environmental advocates. Building on the success of the cruise line's Bahamian private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay, plans for Perfect Day Mexico included a jaguar-shaped waterslide tower, a combined lazy and crazy river, and more than 10 pools totaling the size of 4 football fields. The project was scheduled to open in late 2027 in an area of Mexico on the Caribbean coast. A change.org petition with nearly 5 million signatures argued that more than 200-acre development would threaten the survival of sea turtles, mangroves, and other ecosystems, jeopardize locals' ability to access the sea, and more.
I mean, that's a significant number.
My understanding, too, was that a lot of this was AI driven.
Oh,
it
really?
wasn't necessarily 5 million signatures.
Oh.
It was 5 million quote unquote signatures. So,
okay. Because I mean, again, that's a big number.
Well, that's a big number. But my thought is, how has it come to this point now where they're just shutting it down? Like, weren't you in primary talks? Like, don't you give them?
You would have thought you'd have to do an environmental survey,
all sorts of environmental studies
before you get the approval.
Independent studies. You know, Royal Caribbean is going to be pro-island. Right. Environmentalists are going to be anti, so you'd have to get independent studies. And I thought that the initial phase, you would come together and agree on this. Okay, we're going to take out this. Can you give us this? Yes. Okay. In return, we'll take out this. And the project was moving along, and now it's just
they were close to breaking ground, weren't they?
Yeah, and now it's a complete stalemate. So I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And they were talking about how many jobs it was gonna add to their local economy. They were gonna drive millions of people. So and I'm doing the math. They were gonna bring tens of thousands of people to that island each day. Well,
so this
Royal
is
Caribbean
a place
only
where they
has
don't already have an existing footprint.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah,
so it's not like they're adding on to a stop that they already make.
That's correct.
It's like a private island, basically.
They were gonna build a huge hotel.
Oh wow!
So this looks like it was going to be more than just.
So it was massive development. Yes. It wasn't just a theme
like we saw like in Nassau
beach resort or anything.
That Royal Caribbean,
right? Perfect Day, Coco Cay.
No, the one that was
the Bahamas. The one in the Bahamas.
Their pool club,
right. Yeah, that's an interesting conundrum.
And I've heard sides that say, nope, this is going to be moving right along. But from what I'm reading, it sounds like it pretty much stopped, don't you think?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're moving forward at this point.
Are there things that we don't know about? Is the Mexican government trying to shake them down for some money, some additional money? I don't know. It just
could be.
We'll follow this story very closely, will we not, Susie?
We'll bring you some updates, especially you available.
You in the newsroom?
Yes. My team on that.
Oh, your team?
Yeah.
You have
a research team.
You have a research team?
I do.
How many people?
One.
Oh, it's just you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is Rhodes help you out?
Not really.
Rhodes doesn't help you out.
He just sticks his head under my arm when I'm trying to do research because he wants me to pet his head.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I haven't heard anything significant that really caught my attention.
Okay.
Nothing else from you?
No.
Okay.
No, hopefully we'll have some updates on Perfect Day Mexico.
Sounds good.
In one of our upcoming shows. All right. That wraps up this week's top travel stories on the Elevated Escapes Report. We'll be back next week with the latest travel trends from around the globe. Thanks for listening.
And thanks for making us part of your travel journey. Safe travels.